Howdy everybody, it's Christ169 coming to you with a mobile video because for some reason my YouTube live don't want to work. Quick video about the gaming crash 1983. I had a video before on it. It's down here below, above me, around me. Go ahead and check that out. Watch that, my view upon it, what I think about it. And I've been thinking about it all day long today. With the issues of Stadia and the issues of Amazon, with the issues of Stadia not working too well, with Amazon having issues with their games not really selling as well, could there be a gaming crash again? Could there be a gaming crash of worse proportions than it was in 83? 83, we had the 2-bit or 4-bit, what do you want to call it back then, and it came 8-bit when it came to NES, and the Master System didn't take off, but Genesis took off great in 16-bit, blah, blah, blah. Go on there and move on. So what do you guys think about that one now? My TV ain't popping too well, it's good. Sorry. Yeah, I'm in my room here. One of my rooms, mostly one room I sleep in. But what do you guys think about that? I feel that with Stadia collapsing and being pretty much put into the graveyard, Google graveyard soon, because third-party games ain't gonna work on Stadia. You gotta lose your mind to go buy all these games off of Stadia and then turn around and complain when they finally pull the plug and put it in the graveyard. You kind of know it's gonna happen, folks. Unless you live on, planet Krypton or live under a rock in Siberia for the last, year and a half, then they know what I always tell you. But for a year now, Stadia has been having trouble with their platform, getting people on it, get it to work like it's supposed to be. Paying $9 for something that you pay you pay $4.99 for a One X, or $4.99 for an X series, or an Xbox S series, or an Xbox X S series, and get up to 4K, 2K gaming for a price, one flat price. And all you gotta pay is the monthly Xbox Ultimate or PlayStation Plus to play games online or play single player games in 4K HDR. But Stadia wants you to charge $9 a month for that luxury, because it is a luxury. Play game 1080p, and you better like it. Well, no, if it came out 3 or 4 years earlier, it probably would have hit pretty well. Probably been pretty revolutionary, but it's not. It's old news. And I think the gaming crash is going to affect Stadia more, Amazon more than it'll affect anything else. Because the games, especially Stadia is a streaming service. You have to have a little dongle thing in the back of your TV or PC to play Stadia. I made a comment one time, why don't they put the notebook, the Chromebooks they had, Google Chromebooks, why don't they add Stadia to that? And just, when you buy a Chromebook, they send you or give you a controller to play Stadia games. Let's say it's a 1 month or 3 month subscription, free trial of that service. Granted, it's only available on that notebook, but an HDMI hookup, you can plug it to a TV and play it on a TV. A lot of people who have laptops I know have an HDMI hookup on their laptop. They plug it in their TV. The TV has it, and they configure it to the TV. Boom, boom, boom. They're playing games on their TV with their laptop. Not hard at all. Or if you buy, a PC, Chromebook should be Google Chrome should be added. Google Stadia should be added there too as well. You buy a PC from Dell, or a new pre-built game PC from Best Buy or Dell or Walmart, whatever. You get a Stadia controller already in there. Stadia's already hooked in there. You can use it if you want to. Let's just see, get like a 1 month, 3 month trial of Pro. Bing, boom, it's still going. Granted, the first part is being canceled is not good to me, because, what? All they gotta do is close it down and everybody's out of a job. So, I think it's a death nail to the streaming gaming services, like what Stadia tried, and what the One Laser tried. It was one game company. It was what's it? It was Nvidia tried the streaming service at one time too as well, and but they're more or less going toward you can stream it from your PC to your TV and using this wireless type of router apparatus, and that's a little different. But they toyed the idea of streaming games from the internet to your TV as well. And I guess they put that to bed when they realized how bad Stadia was, and that's fine. It goes back to the Xbox with the whole DRM. It's only like, that's how you trade a game. You hand it to your friend, and that's it. Yay, done, right? So, that being said, though, how do you remedy this? I don't think Stadia could come back from this. I think Stadia is one and done. I think if they put it in Chromebooks and gave it away in PCs, it will alienate people who bought it already. Can they put it on the Nintendo Switch? I don't see it happening. Could they put it on PlayStation? I don't see it happening. Xbox, they have an Xbox at all. Unless Google buys Microsoft's Xbox company and then turns it into Stadia box, what do you want to call it? Or can they go to Amazon now? Netflix and our GameFly. It's just, I don't see an avenue for Stadia making any sense. Because yes, the app, yes, you can buy an app and put it on the Xbox, but are you gonna play Stadia games? No, very well. You gotta buy every single game, or are you gonna play Game Pass and get the same amount of money and get a better experience? So I don't see there is a avenue that the Stadia can go down to. They could put an app on all smart TVs. I got a 4K smart TV. They can add it on there, and maybe you can use your Xbox controller or PS controller or PS5 controller or whatever to run it, maybe, and play it. But still, they gotta give more than just one couple couple generic games. You gotta give people the good stuff. Not just generic crap. There you go. Here's your no. You need to bring the big guns. You need to bring the the Call of Duties. You need to bring the Destiny 3s, if there ever Destiny 3. You need to bring the Tomb Raider franchise, or most games you get your hands on. Tomb Raider, Shadow Tomb Raider has been played hundreds of times already, but a lot of people haven't played it yet. Believe it or not, I played it, loved it, beat it. It was great. Kind of short, but whatever. It's Tomb Raider, the definitive edition, the first one that started it all. Not the one that came out on the PlayStation, no, but the one that came out years and years ago. Those games like that, you put on there. Because Microsoft or Sony or Nintendo buys these franchises up, it's over with. There is no avenue. And and Microsoft could buy out EA and buy out even Activision. You never know. And own Activision and own that franchise and be called the only on Xbox. Now, will that run out? Probably will, especially when you only have about 50 million people and maybe even half will even play it. See, it's hard for Stadia for me to say anything about Stadia because there's nothing good about Stadia that's going to happen to them. They're going to die a very miserable, businessful death. They're going to die a very very extraordinary, long, painful death. It ain't going to be something that's going to be quick. It's going to be hard. And if you're a Stadia person who's hoping and praying this good kick on the ground, you might want to get ready to eat some, eat that games you bought. And God help you if you spend a lot of money on this. And come to find out a year later, boom, it's all, and you see it on the, you see this, on the Google graveyard, Stadia. It is going to be there eventually, folks. There's no doubt about it. Google Stadia is going to be headed to the Google graveyard. Because there's no way in my mind that Google can keep pumping money into something that people do not care about. They care more about the Google Music player, Google Music thing, than they care about Google Stadia. The Google, Beatmaster thing that Google got rid of. I read that when I was looking at Google Graveyard. People more mad about that than our Google Stadia. Because people A don't know what it is, or B really don't care because you failed to drop, you failed to throw for a touchdown. In your first play, you fumbled the ball, like Roethlisberger did versus the Browns. You fumbled the play, you fumbled the ball, and it went downhill from there. And that's kind of game I've been seeing for the last year and a half is a fumbling mess by yours truly Google people who only good thing they have is search engine called Google that makes them hundreds of millions of billions of dollars a year. But other than that, they have nothing. And that's how Microsoft was for the longest time. They had nothing until they have Xbox. And now Xbox is doing pretty good in Japan and making a profit for them. Attaboy Xbox. They finally got the secret sauce. Trying to figure out what to do. It's probably too late for Google. And Amazon could probably do it. They probably get the games on there. But they'll probably do like Google did and probably get rid of the games for a while. I'm surprised, Prime Video doesn't have a game section on it right now. You play on your Xbox, boom, Amazon games. And, a lot of their games didn't do too well either. But now I see some Amazon games had some ambitions. They had the hero games, they had the hero-based games, and we have tons of those already. But you know something, though? At least Amazon tried. And I give them credit. Jeff Bezos went there and bought some game people. Bought some game developers. He bought some people. Here, make us a game. Oh, okay. And he did what they could. They probably have hundreds of millions of dollars at their disposal. And they, the game wasn't too bad. It wasn't bug ridden. It wasn't terrible. People were saying it's just people didn't stand behind it. They got tired of the game series like that. So I'm not saying it's down out for Amazon, but it could be if they don't really start making some changes. But Google, I think they're one and done. The gaming crash happened in the whole? No, it happened to streaming services, but not for the game industry as a whole. Yes, you could have an issue with the PlayStation 5 and Xbox X Series not being people's homes. That could cause people to go out and go buy a PC and to heck with PlayStation or Xbox technically and just play Xbox Game Pass on PC. Does Microsoft care? Probably not, because they're getting tons of money from Game Pass anyway. So why would they care? But they care about the consoles being sitting in people's garages or people's basements or people's attics, not going to people's houses being played. So essentially, there's a catch-22 there. They get the money off the game sales, but then Game Pass, but hardware sales because hardware is being locked up in some scalpers' houses. Same with PlayStation. They need the console to sell. They need more money because without it, they can't stay afloat very long. And scalpers make it very hard. And of course, the pandemic ain't helping either. But they sold 4.1 million consoles. It doesn't mean 4 million people are playing it. So you have to understand, folks, that's the difference. It could cause the companies to shift where they get out of console market and go like what Stadia is doing, and just send you a small little dongle thing, plug in TV, and give you a controller. And here's your Game Pass, your PlayStation. Now here's your PlayStation system, and that could be a bad thing because if you don't like streaming services, because these scalpers making it hard for anybody to buy the consoles, you might have to have a streaming service. So I think a game crash could happen, but not in a way of 1983 where it collapses, but maybe a shift where it shifts a different way. It goes from here, it goes to there. It doesn't have a different way. It doesn't have a different side. So it could be a different track we're going down. If that's the case, then hey, by all means. If you can get those scalpers to worry about, selling their consoles off and having enough money to pay off their debts, they have debts, obviously. Then fine. That's, they get what they deserve. But if it's something more just killing off Stadia because Stadia doesn't work, I don't know for sure. What do you guys think down below? Comment down below, like, subscribe, notifications, and ring that bell so you know when it becomes available. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.